Hello everyone, Mipa here, trying to make your Monday a little better and maybe even something to look forward to. So this week we just have a speed paint that's a little bit more random compared to the other things I have been doing, but the scenes are taking longer than I expected, and I've been in a little bit more of an experimental mood, so I have a few side drawings that I've done that I wanted to show. But webcomic will be coming back next time I post, I promise. If it's not this month, I apologize, but it's coming back, I promise. But what's this, you might be asking? This is Chester. Chester is not a fully fleshed out character of mine. They are someone I made from a random character prompt and ended up thinking their design looked cool and wanted to play around with a little bit more of a painterly style with the water brush in Abyss Paint. Or water style brush, I guess I should say. And this is Chester. The prompt told me time traveler, and somehow I got Chester out of it. I don't know why they look so evil in this drawing, but it's the pose I went with and I think it looks cool, and I like what I was able to do with the water brush and just really playing around with stuff in this drawing. And it's just a little different from what I usually do, and I liked that and had fun and thought it'd be cool to have an excuse to show you all, even if it doesn't have an entire speed paint dedicated to it. So, this Chester. Don't ask me questions about him because I probably don't know the answer. Next, we have another speed paint that I did for fun. I watched a video and it had this really detailed perspective drawing speed paint that it was, and it made me want to do a detailed perspective speed paint. So I sat down and had fun with it. It took me ages, but this is what I came up with. This is a character, if any of you have seen some of my shorts, the story has been mentioned. It's the one with that deer girl. If you know, you know. This kid is technically a part of that story, even if he hasn't been shown yet. But this is his room. He just has a whole bunch of stuff in his room, and I thought that'd be really fun to draw. And I'd also seen another artist block out the colors before doing the actual professional coloring. But, so I did that too, but then I just left it that way, because I thought it looked cool. And so I let it be a little messier. Next, here is another drawing I did just for fun. If any of you have been here long enough, you might remember a Minecraft series I used to have called Castlecraft. In Castlecraft, I had a character that I played named Stella. And I thought of her and remembered that she's actually really cool. And she was supposed to have this kind of like villain arc eventually, but I wasn't good enough at survival Minecraft to bring her justice, and that's why the series stopped. But I wanted to draw her during her like evil villain arc just for fun one day, and this is what came of it. I did the same blocking out colors for this one, but then I did recolor it more nicely because I wanted that for this drawing. And I think it came out really good and really cool, and I'm proud of it. So then, for our next drawing, this was a drawing I did one day when I just wasn't feeling the best and I wanted something to cheer me up. So I drew an axolotl. Why? I don't know. It just kind of came to mind, and this is what came of it. I think it ends up turning out really cute. I was kind of just like playing around with the shading using the water brush a little bit, I think. And it was just a really mindless drawing that I think took me like exactly an hour to do. And it did help me feel better when I wasn't feeling good. Especially when I did this bubble. I made that bubble for it to look at, and then suddenly the drawing was complete. I sent this drawing to people. I showed it to everyone. I was like, look at the bubbles. Because I was way too happy with it. So here it is. I hope it brings you as much joy as it had brought me, because it made me way happier at the time than I feel like it should have. But that's all I have for this week. I apologize that it was a little like speedy and random, but I just needed a little bit of a filler for this week to give me some time to keep up with my webcomic. So bear with me and thank you. I hope you all enjoyed these drawings, and webcomic's coming back next week, I promise. Or not next week, I don't know. Not keeping track with the calendar, but it's coming next time. So I hope you all have an amazing week, everybody. Goodbye!